Yo, what's going on, guys? It's time for another reaction video, and this one is simply titled Moments Before Disaster. I can only imagine what kind of stuff we're about to see happen. Let's get right into it.
These are moments before disaster. If only the rewind button worked in real life. One guy's clearly been practicing, while the other, you be the judge. Nice shot! When office space is a little cramped at work, it can often feel like the walls are closing in.
I'm dying. Help me.
Losing your phone on a roller coaster must be such a confusing mix of emotions. This looks like a perfectly laid slab of cement. Absolutely nothing could ruin this job, except for Max.
What the dog doing?
Anytime you see big sheets of glass and someone not paying attention, you just know that it's gonna end badly.
That one was very preventable. Like, how could you be like that blind to what is... You're walking up to big plates of glass with a big metal freaking lift.
You probably should have held on a little tighter.
God.
I don't know what's stronger, this model's determination or her ankles as she somehow manages to stay upright.
I'll never laugh at that because I don't know how females walk in heels. It is an art to that. I couldn't imagine how difficult it is, and especially going down a runway, which is often very slick, and maybe the heels are actually usually a little bit extra taller than usual. So I won't laugh at that. That looked painful.
When professional movers are too expensive, but your buddy's convinced you can do it all yourself. I mean, technically, he did still dive in the pool, so mission accomplished. You can always count on the family cat to completely ruin your day, your laptop, and the rest of your life. Just another leisurely Sunday afternoon drive when this guy learned how to renovate.
What the heck? I mean, what was the purpose of that? I will probably go back and have words with that person. But then again, if they were stupid and crazy enough to throw a can at a moving vehicle, maybe I wouldn't and just put yourself in danger by doing that. But I would be pretty pissed off if that happened to me.
Just another leisurely Sunday afternoon drive when this guy learned how to renovate kitchens in less than a week. Now he's gonna have to learn plumbing in the next 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
You have to be a special kind of person to ignore 3 signs and traffic cones before driving straight through wet cement. There are a million different ways to clear excess snow from the roof of your house. This is just the most painful way to do it. These workers are so lazy, they just lost track of time.
Oh my God.
At this curbside,
I hope nobody was below on that. I mean, I know the dude at the top got hit, but I really hope nobody was below that.
bar, one employee thought that the hardest part of his day was going to be loading up this cooler with ice and beer. Let's see how he handles being on cleanup duty. If it was this guy's responsibility to stop this giant horde of ducks from slipping through the fence, he's doing a terrible job.
What the
All
heck?
it took was a freak wave and everyone goes hungry.
Yeah, boy.
This guy's setting up a ladder for his fellow soldiers to climb down, but he's made one very important mistake. Chalk that one up to military intelligence.
I hope it was connected to something, at least like a safety rope, or did it just drop all the way to the ground?
We'll get him next time.
This kid was told 2 things: smile for the camera and keep your eye on the ball. I think he got a little confused in the end. If you don't secure your expensive wine rack properly, there's every chance it could fall over like this. 1 second, you're
Not only is that like a lot of money lost, a lot of glass everywhere, but all that red wine probably stained a whole lot of stuff. If it got into the grout line of that light colored tile, done.
happily swinging on a lamppost. The next, you somehow pulled the entire pole out of the ground. I guess he just didn't
He's lucky he didn't hit the car.
know his own strength. With the amount of time this guy takes to line up his shot, it's easy to assume he's some kind of pool pro. Looks can be deceiving.
That's an expensive mistake. Getting a pool table rewrapped is not very cheap.
This delivery guy sure knows how to make an entrance. I guess he just doesn't know his own strength. Parking isn't always easy, but with enough practice, you too can be as good as this person. There's a right way to use a can opener, and then there's this way. She just lost a food fight against herself. Showing off his dinner on stream, Tyler learned about the forces of gravity the hard way. If only he showed a little less food to his viewers.
I bet you that's all up in his keyboard and all over his desk, and now he can't eat it either. Man.
When your best friend doesn't understand the meaning of dropping in for a drink, I think that'll be the first and last time he's invited over.
I don't know if anybody's ever spent any time in an attic. I spent tons of time in an attic growing up because we stored tons of stuff up there. And I also, before I sold my house, I completely removed all the insulation myself and re-insulated my attic. I am very fortunate that all the times I was in my attic, I never fell through the ceiling. But it's easy to do. And I'm sure it's quite painful, and it's an expensive fix.
Some people see this as a huge waste of food, but I see it as a fun obstacle course for anyone coming up the hill. When Shaq dunks the ball, he breaks backboards. When this guy misses his dunk, the best he can manage is breaking some poor guy's bike.
That's the dude on the bike's fault for being there. I mean, it sucks, but maybe don't park right underneath a basketball goal.
Even though dogs are a man's best friend, they aren't always the smartest animals to have around the house, like this Labrador who loves to use his head. If you didn't tell me this was a Russian dashcam video, I'd probably think we're watching some B-grade horror movie.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Before you get worried about robots taking over our jobs, here's a video to put your mind at ease. There's a million ways to break the ice, but if you're no good at pickup lines, why not try a log on a frozen river?
Why would you do that while you're sitting on it? He's about to go in, isn't he?
This neighbor really doesn't seem to know his boundaries. She'll definitely be giving him the cold shoulder after that's done.
Still here. Just to suffer.
There's a reason they call them sunroofs and not a snow roof, but this guy didn't seem to get the memo. For all the good work forklifts do, they always tend to be in fail videos, like this one that severely underestimates the weight of the pallet it's trying to unload. Going for a run is good for your health, but not when you do it like this. He almost renovated the office at the same time. This snowboarder's about to demonstrate what it means to fail successfully. I don't know about the execution, but he really stuck the landing. When testing the starter on his go-kart, this guy forgot one very important thing, the handbrake. After racing away, he turned his neighbor's house into a drive-thru. Now, before you say anything, I'm sure it was a good idea in his head.
Man.
This brick wheel is definitely much more decorative than functional. At least it's easier to carry now.
Nice.
Kisscam creates plenty of adorable moments, but this one went south when one guy's bottle of Coke ruined everyone's day. I've always thought boom gates were strong, but he seemed to be able to take it off its hinges without even breaking a sweat. This guy went to the effort to create weights made of ice. Too bad the frozen pond below couldn't take the extra weight. This encounter between a live reporter and a man with a suspiciously large inflatable banana is about to escalate out of control. He goes from annoyance to full-on rage mode in under 10 seconds.
I don't blame him. I'd be annoyed too. I'd be like, what the heck, man? It wasn't even funny to start with, and then you just kind of kept pushing it to try to force it to be funny.
There were signs Dora's big head wasn't stable from the start. If only they'd had a map to guide them. All's fair in love and war. So what harm could a little Nerf dart really do? Apparently
I've seen that one before. He's lucky she's smiling.
Strong enough to make this kitchen look like a crime scene.
Tango down.
They say that surprises come in small packages, but it's also said that a good laugh heals all hurts, and that sure seems to be the case here. Before KSI switched to music,
I remember this one. I definitely remember this one.
And try not to laugh videos, let's just say his content strategy was a little bit different.
Hey, listen.
Champagne fountains are impressive, but they're a lot more structurally sound when you're using real glass flutes, not these plastic imitations. I've seen enough Final Destinations to never follow large semi-truck carrying wood. The owner of the red car has obviously seen the same movie and saved themselves a whole lot of hassle.
Wow.
This driver obviously knew something was up when the anti-slip mats did the exact opposite of what they're supposed to do. After getting a fresh cut, a blow dry is never extra. But in this case, nature was kind enough to lend a helping hand.
Holy crap, was that like a tornado or a hurricane or something?
That look of innocence should have been the first warning sign. These guys should know better than to mess with a cat. They're always one step ahead. There's nothing quite like a surprise visit from a giant rat in the office to put the look of terror in someone's eyes. It might not be completely obvious, but there is a slight hill rolling down away from the warehouse here. That would explain the runaway forklift without a driver. This official at the Olympics was a little too exuberant with his flag unfurled. This hurdler is about to demonstrate how to fail and succeed at the exact same time.
Dang.
When you get paid by the hour, always make sure to create more jobs for yourself. This guy does that one step at a time. After a long day's work, there's nothing like a cool, refreshing dip in the pool. This guy was in such a rush, he didn't even take the time to take his clothes off. At this 2019 Wimbledon doubles match, one genius forgot to turn off the automatic sprinklers. And just when you think the situation's under control, this happens. Pelicans don't typically make the greatest pets. For years, parents and teachers tell you not to swing on your chair because it's dangerous, not just for you, but for your brand new computer as well. Pay special attention to the large TV in the back. Maybe that massive discount was there for a reason. Expensive stone countertops like this need strength, teamwork, and perfect timing, so they don't do something like this.
That was fun, man. That one was fun. Like, I know a lot of the reaction videos I do are Harry Mack, and some of them are like most this, most that, but this one was a lot of fun because it was a lot of laughs, and I haven't gotten to do very many of those. So if y'all have some funny ones like this that I should react to, tell me in the comments. I want to start lining some of that stuff up too. If you're new here and you like reaction videos, make sure to subscribe, click the bell so you'll get notified every time I upload a new video, and stick around to the end of this video and there'll be a playlist loaded full of all sorts of reactions from K-pop to freestyle rap to stuff like this. I've got a ton of them on that playlist, so check it out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later.